Hello internets, but especially Katie. It's Gino again, and this time with absolutely nothing on my head. Oh. Anyway, in your last video, you responded to my questions about journeys and inspiration by talking about Summer of Sonic 2010. And I'm sorry I'm not enough of a Sonic the Hedgehog fan to relate, but in your video you talked about taking a trip down memory lane. And that got me thinking, is there an actual memory lane? So after a very short search, I found that southwest of Melbourne, southeast. After a very short search, I found that southeast of Melbourne, in a suburb called Rowville, there is indeed an actual memory lane. The phrase memory lane neatly segues into what I wanted to talk about, which is etymologies. So Katie, in the previous video you may recall me talking about the book Etymologicon, a book which is about strange connections between words and phrases. Like how something that used to be called virtual was called that because it shared many virtues with the thing that you were comparing it with. Etymologically speaking, virtual reality isn't quite as virtuous as real reality. Or the strange etymological origin of the name of the President of the United States, Barack Hussein Obama. Barack is from the Swahili word meaning blessed, Hussein is from the Arabic word meaning good looking, and Obama is derived from the Dolo word meaning bent. Take from that what you will. This got me thinking about my own name. I mean, I'm a Gino, and I know that my name is of Italian origin, but the actual meaning of my name is really hard to find. So thinkbabynames.com, that wonderful site for naming accuracy, I said sarcastically, defines my name as coming from Ambrogino, which is Greek for ever living, or Eugenio, which comes from the Greek meaning well-born or noble. All well and good, but come on, my name is a short form for something. It's not like the whole thing. Incidentally, your name, Katie, seems to derive from Catherine, which itself seems to derive from an equally foggy etymology. The closest information I could find about it says that the word is now associated with the Greek word katharos, meaning pure. Of course, we're not necessarily our names, but it's still fun to find word origins, because sometimes they can take you on a fun journey which can be both inspiring and worth sharing. And thus, I'm back to square one. And since I have a chingling on me, it's worth moving this discussion further. So what the world may or may not know is that you're a Pokemaniac of some renown. And so for my end of video thingamajig, I'm going to ask you to share your top 6 Pokemon with the world! Also, I'm going to ask you to share your thoughts on the upcoming Pokemon sequels to Black and White, Black 2 and White 2. Seriously, they could have come up with better titles, but hey. By the way, Wikipedia's etymological origin lies with wiki, which is from the Hawaiian word wiki, meaning speedy, and pedia, which derives from the Greek meaning upbringing, which itself derives from the Greek meaning child. So does that make anyone who enjoys Wikipedia a Wikipedophile? That may need more citations. Katie, I look forward once more to your reply, and for the rest of the internet, thanks very much for listening. See ya. Postscript! By the way, I have triskaidekaphilia. Happy Friday the 13th.